Hi everyone, it's Tree from Lost Time Toys, and this is the part 3 of my massive 2003-2004 Rainbow Brite haul. I purchased a huge collection of like 20 items from a collector friend who lives an hour and a half away in College Station. I drove and through the countryside, and I finally picked up all these items yesterday, and I've been showing them in different videos. This is part 3, and I've been trying to kind of discreetly describe the various lines within this collection. Today we are going to be focusing on the 4 dolls that are 12-inch dolls in this collection. So the 12-inch dolls each come with a 7-inch sprite that comes with them. Again, Toy Play's collection of Rainbow Brite focused on three color kids in Rainbow Brite. It focused on Rainbow Brite, Red Butler, Patio Green, and Canary Yellow across the entire line. So that's why everything is a little bit redundant. I already discussed in part 1 the 18-inch dolls. In part 2, I discussed the 8-inch PVC posable figures with the light up sprites. Now I'm discussing the dolls. So let's start with Patio Green. So I will say, out of all the doll lines in this collection, the 12-inch dolls are my favorite. The reason why they're my favorite is because it is the same vibe as the 1984 to 1986 dolls from Mattel. The size are very similar, and one of the things that I will say is that all of the things that I had issues or a little bits of like, hey, maybe this could be improved in the Mattel line, they did correct a lot of it for this line. The one thing I will say is the materials seem slightly cheaper, so I'll call attention to everything when I talk about the doll itself. But this is the packaging. It is pretty simple. It is a simple packaging, and the only thing that I wish they would have done is I wish it was completely covered with cellophane plastic so that there's a protective film so it protects it from dust, debris, and just the elements. That's the only thing. I do like the fact that at least for Patty, they have this plastic film and it says please remove, like, the plastic is not part of the toy, and like this warning label in the back. I think some of them still have it. Patty and my Canary also has it still. So the doll itself looks really cute and great. The top of the neckline reminds me of a dress-up doll, like a 1986 dress-up doll, but it's not. I think it's completely, but it's like the same aesthetic. It looks like almost very similar, except the arms are completely sewn in. You can't remove this part of the dress. I wonder whether you can even remove, I think you can remove this outer dress, but this is not like a nude arm. So you can't, I was talking with Jay, I was like, maybe we can use this as for future customs, just because like the vintage customs from 1986 is so hard to find now. Stylistically, it looks so similar to the other 2 lines in this collection. I love this dress. This looks exactly, in terms of like look, it looks very similar to 1984. I don't love the sleeves. Again, it's just one continuous color that is like basically sewn to create the look of like segments. I love this 7-inch sprite though. It's perfect size, scale, and just fluffy and cute. So I love Lucky here. The face is cute. The stars are cute. It's like the size of a taco sprite. I love it. Or maybe even like a hatful sprite. I just love this green. It's not dark. It's like the same color palette as Patio Green's dress. The sprite is like, this is the best version of the sprite. The 7-inch sprite in this line. The hair still has the iconic pigtails. This is new, right? The aqua turquoise ribbons with the white star button clasp. The rubber band thing that ties the top of the pigtails disintegrates and falls off. So I had to replace them with my own light blue rubber bands because they just completely fell off. I also combed out with my favorite comb, the Dress Up Doll Color Cottage comb. Just lightly brushed through the hair to make sure that it's like laid the way that I want them. And this is the way that they're supposed to look. These are the prototypes. They look good. This looks good. And I will say that for two of the dolls, Patty and Rainbow, they also sold like isolated versions of them without the sprite. So it's just a thin cardboard with just Patty and just Rainbow Brite. They didn't release singles for Canary or Red, to my knowledge. So this is Patio Green. It's like as good as it's gonna get if it's not vintage. This is the best Patio Green, to my view, in my view, that isn't the vintage 1984. So that is Patio Green. Let me quickly toggle over to Red. This is Red Butler. So he doesn't have. I wonder whether he had a plastic film thing covering his head. Maybe because it's slightly misogynistic, and they thought like girls need to like have the plastic. I think he had the film because like Canary has the film. So maybe I can produce my own plastic film to hold his hair in place. But I just love the way they cut the hair too. It's like perfectly uniform, way neater than the 1984, where it's like once you remove the film, it's like a hot mess to ever get it to lay perfectly straight again. But he looks so charming, so cute. I love these two additional straps here in his like cape. I don't love the segments of the arm. I do love this. It's very cut and paste. This is like almost the same outfit material as is on the other two lines, right? Like the figure and the 18-inch. I love the star horseshoes, and the boots are fine. Romeo is so cute. Perfect shade of red. Perfectly fluffy, light, kind of peach colored arms, and the boots are so cute. I think the sprites are just ingenious in this line, and I love how his hair lays. He has such a cute face. Unlike the puny, diminutive scale of the PVC posable figures, the 8-inch posable figures that I showed in part 2, this scale is just perfect. It looks age appropriate. They look like they're of the age that they are in the cartoons, and it hits for me. This is a big success. I would have purchased the 12-inch dolls in the Toy Play 2004 line if I would have been around to purchase them. But I was in the throes of trying to graduate college, and I had like no money whatsoever. So that is Romeo and Red Butler. Oh my gosh. How cute is this? So the card in this one is slightly faded, but that's okay because it's also different than the other cards. This one has visitnickjr.com, just like, so I wonder whether like Canary was just following on a different release timeline than the others. This box is not perfect, you see in the back, but you know what? I have her in a box, and I'm happy for that. Stylistically, the shape is very similar to the 1984 9-inch doll. I think they call these a 12-inch doll. I'm not exactly sure. It looks very similar in size, maybe slightly taller. The leg warmers are almost identical. It has like the sock fabric feeling, and again, they added brown ribbons to the bottom of her feet, which is so cute. It just adds another element of color because like otherwise she's pretty monochromatic. It's just all yellow. And her hair is slightly more muted yellow, which I think is nice. Again, the top reminds me of the dress-up doll base, but it's not because she's completely sewn into this. This feels like felt, like a felt cotton material. And then the shield on the belt is like identical in feeling to the 1984 9-inch doll. And then this is very similar too. I love this shimmery fabric that has this like angel winged effect. And Spark looks so freaking cute. It's like the perfect color match. I love that it's a perfect color match because I feel like Spark in the male sprites that came out in like 1984, it looks too orange. It's not this bright fluorescent yellow that matches Canary. I think it's perfect. So I love this, and I love how laid her hair is. It's like in really good condition. So I have one more doll to show you. I know this is the third part, and you guys are probably sick of looking at these dolls, but it's part of my huge lot, so you're going to stay here and watch me present it. So the backing of this one is a little bit bent, but how good. Let me just comb out her hair a little bit. It's a little... Rainbow Brite's hair is notoriously difficult to comb out because she has this side ponytail, right? It's like really hard to get her to look minty, and she no longer has her plastic film, so I'm gonna have to like create one for her. But look at how cute she looks. Again, this is top of the line work because like the clothes look 1,000 times better than, in my view, than the doll that was made in 1984 for two reasons. The ribbon is more accurate to the hair ribbon in the 1984 doll. The 1984 doll had this dark blue ribbon, which doesn't make sense because she has a purple, like she has a purple ribbon in the show. So I think I like that. I like this red star. I love the outfit. This is way more realistic to the actual cartoon because the belt is actually fabric material that's sewn in, and it has these 3 dots at the top with yellow. 1984 had a adhesive sticker that's just like pasted onto her chest, and it always falls off and goes missing. So like I'd say like 75% of the dresses on eBay right now don't have this sticker, so it's a little bit annoying. I do love that they use different fabrics that are sewn in. I don't even think they're sewn in. I think literally it just might be painted fabric, and then they just went in with like a machine to embroider the thread. So that's cool. I love this material. I think the blue is way more on point. It looks more like Rainbow Brite. The boots, perfection. Boots are perfect. I like that the color palette is just so good. The yarn is exactly the same thickness as the 1984. The color of the hair, this looks more blonde than 1984. 1984 has this kind of like orange look, which I think is, I don't know. I'm indifferent about that. The hair color is different. Twink looks so good. Again, the sprites, the 7-inch sprites that come with these 12-inch dolls am I having a seizure? The 7-inch sprites that come with the 12-inch dolls from the 2004 line is so good. And I think it's like, look at it. The scale is perfect. Because the sprites in the 1984s are so big. They're like the same sizes as the dolls, which don't make sense if the sprites should be half the size of a human. So this is just perfect. What do you guys think of this line? I know I'm getting kind of tired because I've been filming for like 2 hours because I want to show you all the lines, but I do want to give like enough analysis. Oh my God, I can't even speak to make it worthwhile. And I do think that there's a lot of charm to this line. I think the 12-inch dolls are the best. And I really think that a lot of people will agree that it's probably their favorite in this collection. But what do you guys think? Do you like the 12-inch dolls? Do you think these sprites are too small? Do you think the material's weird? I think it just is light years ahead. I don't think these came with DVDs, but other lines in this collection had the DVDs, so you can watch all 13 episodes. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I can't wait to show you more in part 4, which hopefully is the last part in my massive haul, and then I'll also share how much all of this cost me.